As we move into 2026, you might be thinking about your health. I know I am. I'm looking a bit slimmer, aren't I? I'm eating healthy, I'm going to the gym, but what about the other stuff that you might not think about or you might not see? Well, I've got a home blood pressure kit. Yes, I bought one of these, under 20 euros. Now, I am a bit of a gadget man, as you know. I've got one of them rings that tells me my heart rate, my calories, how many steps and stuff like that. I'm certainly looking out for one of those glucose patches that you put on your arm and be able to tell you your glucose. I'd just like to know what's going on internally. And every time you go to the doctors, whether you're feeling down, sluggish, tired, first thing they do is test the blood pressure, don't they? So this is the Sinocare. This is the one I bought off Amazon. It was less than £20, and this is the first time I'm giving it a go. Now, it looks pretty easy to use. In fact, I have given it a little bash on the arm to tell my blood pressure. But do I know what the blood pressure is? Do I understand it? No. It does come with instructions, but I'm a male. I don't read instructions. I've got a couple of things to tell you about in this video. One is this, but the other thing is a medical thing as well, to do with travel insurance. So I thought, why don't I take this bad boy down to the actual doctors? They can test their blood pressure with what they use and give this a go as well. So let's go to one of the Hogami Medical Centre doctors where I am going to get my blood pressure taken. It should be relatively stable. It depends how many cyclists I'm going to see on the way. Then it's going to go through the roof, and you know it. Right, let's go. Right then, behind me is one of the clinics of the Hogami Medical Centre. I'm going to tell you at the end of this video how you can save some money on your travel insurance, but that is coming after I'm going to get my blood pressure tested by a professional doctor, and we will see if a home blood pressure kit is as good as a doctor's one. Let's go see if I'm stressed, relaxed, or whether I'm about to pop. Bum, 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 bum. Hopefully not the latter. Come on. Right, so I'm here with Dr. Hector from the Hogami Medical Group, and he's going to test my blood pressure with his machine, and then we're going to test my blood pressure again with my machine.
We need to put it on the right position. Just relax the arm. Yeah. Just relax it, don't.
Okay.
And now we were waiting until it takes the blood pressure, has to pop to fill the air and give the appropriate pressure.
So it goes really tight first and
Exactly.
then it releases.
Exactly.
So what does it mean if your blood pressure is high?
It depends on several conditions. If it is high, it may be or stress, or that you have obviously you have a disease called hypertension. Mm-hmm. On your case, blood pressure is 144/85.
Is that
which
high?
is the systolic a little bit high. If it's that high with a prolonged period of time, we may be talking about hypertension. But the most important of the two values is the lower one, the diastolic one, which is normal, relatively.
So that's 85?
Exactly.
Well, I think I've got high pressure because of stress.
Exactly.
And people.
That's what I mean.
And cyclists. They stress me out. So that was 144
over
and 85. Let's get my one and let's give it a go. So this is the Sinocare one, 20 quid, or less than 20 quid. And is it a good idea to have one of these in the house?
If you suffer from high blood pressure, yes. If you're under treatment for high blood pressure, yes. Because on the other one was 148/85.
Yeah.
And this one gives you 147/90.
Okay, so it's a little bit higher, but it's relatively okay.
Maybe on the statistics there is something called standard deviation.
Yeah.
It should be under under that.
But that would give me a decent enough
Exactly.
reading. And I suppose if it's a little bit higher, then it sort of prompts you to go to the doctor, and then the doctor can say, no, look. So on here, we've got a few settings. The SYS, what does that mean?
That's a systolic pressure. That's the higher value. But pressure when the heart pumps up. The lower one, the diastolic,
which is the DIA,
means diastolic. Diastole is the period of the heartbeat on which the heart rests.
And the PUL is just how many?
That's the pulse. How many beats per minute?
So am I healthy?
On that part, yes.
Yeah.
But we need to do some further examinations.
Oh, do we? Are you worried?
Not now.
Not now.
Not now.
When I come to the doctors all the time, that's the first thing the doctors always test is the blood pressure.
That's one of the things that we check. One of the first, not the first one, but one of the things that we do on a consultation.
Okay.
Throat, ears, listening heart, listening lungs, taking blood pressure, heartbeat. Sometimes low blood pressure may be normal. For example, in women, I see many women with relatively low blood pressures, but that's completely normal for them. And even on pregnancy, we expect that their blood pressure is low.
So the women have lower blood pressure than men? You know why? Because they don't have any stress.
Not exact, but it's a physiological. It's
they
due
have
to
no
their
stress.
physiology.
They have a better life than a man. They don't have to worry about as many things as we do. I'm telling you, these are going to go crazy with that. Okay, so you think having one of these at home is a good thing to test?
Especially if you suffer from high blood pressure.
Yeah, the reading is a certain number. When should you go to the doctors?
If it's, for example, more than 130.
But mine was 140.
Yeah, but in certain ages, 140 and above. But especially if the diastolic one, the lower one, goes over 95, 100, but especially if it goes more than 100.
Okay, then get to the doctors.
Exactly, because it's an emergency.
Really appreciate it. I'm a fit of health, although I am a little bit stressed. So there you go. Dr. Hector has confirmed that blood pressure is important, and having a home test, well, it might do you a little bit of good. At least you'll know where you stand. And for less than 20 quid, it's worth it and could save yourself a little bit of time and money. Talking of saving money, you see that? It says consultation, 90 euros. I'm going to tell you about a thing here in the Canary Islands that might interest you. It's called Doc on Call, and it can save you money. Travel insurance is great, but you still have to pay 90 euros. You can claim it back, but are you going to bother? Let's head back to the studio and let's talk Doc on Call. Come on. So I've mentioned this before. It's a thing called Doc on Call, which they've started here in Lanzarote, which I think is a fantastic idea. Now, in a nutshell, travel insurance is vital, isn't it? If you have a major accident or an illness, well, it can cost you thousands and thousands and thousands. So you definitely need travel insurance. But there is, with all insurance, whether it's home insurance, car insurance, any insurance, it's all one of them things which comes with sort of hidden costs on top. For example, if you've got normal travel insurance and you come here to Lanzarote and you want to go and see a doctor's, well, you're going to be paying sort of up to 120 euros, from 90 to 120 euros to see a doctor. That's even if you've got medical insurance. Now, what they say is you have to pay that and then you can go back and you can claim it off your medical insurance, which you know you're probably not going to do, are you? For that amount of money, can you really be bothered with the endless emails? Because it's not just going to be a quick call. Oh, here's a receipt. I paid 90 euros. Can you refund that? Oh, well, we need to know this. We need to know that. You know, we need to know the full history. They're not just going to give you the money. They're going to make it as difficult as possible so that they don't have to. And that's the world of insurance that we work with. It's like hiring a car, isn't it? When you hire a car, you arrive at the airport, they say, do you want to take out the extra insurance? And you say, I thought I was insured. Well, you are, but you still have to pay the excess. With the extra insurance, you don't have to pay that. So Doc on Call is a little bit like that, if I can sort of put it in those terms. What it means is if you've got travel insurance, which is vital, as I said, you need it, and you have something like a cough, a cold, an earache, or you need a fit to fly certificate, or you just need someone to look over, or you've got the flu, or you don't want to be on holiday and feeling horrible, do you? Maybe you're going diving, you need one of these medical things to check your ears. There's all sorts of things that you can need, which are not sort of vital. You can, of course, go to the NHS doctors, but with all the stuff that's going on in the world and this anti-tourism stuff, it's not anti-tourism. It is that some of the resources for residents and people that live here are getting sort of taken up by tourists, including housing, but that's another video in itself. But if you go to the NHS clinic, obviously you don't have to pay anything, but that really is for the people that live here. There is the general hospital as well in Arrecife in the capital, but you are going to have to get a taxi to that, which can cost you 50 euros. So all in all, for a cold, a cough and the minor things, 90 euros. it's expensive, isn't it? On top of your travel insurance. That is why Doc on Call has come up with this idea, which I think is really good. And it's like an excess insurance. It's €10 for the week. So if you're coming for a week, it's 10. And I think if you're coming for 2 weeks, it's €18. And that means you can go to one of the medical centres as many times as you want, get prescriptions, repeat prescriptions, checkups, tests, throats, ears, the basic stuff, all included in that €10. I mean, it's saving you 90 to €120. And if you're not using it, you've lost a tenner. So I thought it was a really, really good idea. I'm going to put all the links to Doc on Call down here because you can actually go on and all you need to do is register and pay the €10 and that's you covered for the week. You have to put the dates in and stuff like that. Don't think you can arrive on holiday and then suddenly get the cold and flu and say, Mr. Travelon told me about Doc on Call. I'll buy that now and then I'll head down to the doctor's. It doesn't work like that. So you have to book it in advance. But I thought it was a good idea. They've got it at the moment here in Lanzarote and it's part of the Hulgami Medical Clinic. These guys have a big hospital in Costa Teguise, which is fantastic if you need anything there. And they've got clinics down in Playa Blanca, in Puerto del Carmen. They've got clinics everywhere. So you're not going to be paying for this and not be able to get to a clinic wherever you're staying. There'll be one around where you are and they'll be able to tell you which one that you need to go to. Also at the hotels as well, a lot of the doctors in the hotels are part of the Hulgami Medical Group. So they've launched it, it's out. I thought it was a good idea. I like to share good ideas with you, don't I? And as I'm on a health kick and moving into 2026, just got to get Christmas out the way, well, it's worthwhile you having a look into it. If you like it, get it. If you want to risk it, risk it. It's entirely up to you. But there you go. That was a little bit of a medical one, wasn't it? I feel like a doctor today. I feel like Dr. Dave, Mr. Travelon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Is my blood pressure too high? Well, according to the doc, it might be a little bit, but I reckon it's stress caused by people. But you know what I always say? Don't let these buggers get you down. Let me deal with them. Let me get the high blood pressure so you don't have to. Make sure to follow this channel for everything health, wealth, lifestyle, and all the other BS that comes with social media. God, it's a good job Mr. Travelon keeps it real and doesn't call himself an influencer. Anyway, I shall see you in the next one. Get these New Year's resolutions ready for 2026 because I think together we can smash it. And I need to get to 100,000 subscribers. We're nearly there, folks. See you soon.